2. The materials for this experiment is as shown. Hook a hole in the middle of the line on the tissue paper with the hook. Insert the hook into the hole. Hang the metal washers onto the hook one at a time until the tissue paper tears. Count the number of metal washers needed to tear it. Record your results in the table on page 33. Repeat using the aluminum foil. From here you can see that 2 metal washers were needed to tear the material for tissue paper. Now poke a hole in the middle of the line on the aluminum foil with the hook. Hang the metal washers onto the hook one at a time until the aluminum foil tears. Count the number of metal washers needed to tear it. Record your results in the table below.
Take the aluminium foil, then we will just repeat, and then you just recording.
Count the number of metal washers and record your results in the table on page 33. Activity 5.3. Testing properties of materials. Which object is more flexible? Observe the plastic ruler and the wooden ruler. Predict which object is more flexible. Now, bend the ruler. Observe what happens. Bend the plastic ruler. Observe what happens. Record your observations in your workbook on page 35. 5.3. Testing properties of materials. Part B. Which object allows light to pass through it? You are given a torch, a piece of clear plastic sheet, and a ceramic plate. Predict which object allows light to pass through it. Now test the object to see which object allows light to pass through it. Switch on the torch and shine on the plastic sheet. Observe what happens. Record your observations in your workbook on page 36. Now, test with the ceramic plate. Switch on the torch and observe if the light passes through the object. Record your observations in your workbook on page 36. 5.3. Testing properties of materials. Part C. Which object floats on water? You are given a polystyrene ball and a glass marble. Predict which object will float on water. Now put both objects into the cup of water. Observe what happens. Record your observations in your workbook on page 37. Activity 5.4. Is it waterproof? You are provided with the following materials: paper, plastic sheet, cotton cloth, aluminum foil, and a dropper. Place a drop of water on the piece of paper. Observe what happens to the drop of water on the piece of paper. Record your observation in the table on page 38. Repeat the test by dropping a drop of water on the plastic sheet, cotton cloth, aluminum foil. Observe the water on the object on the other side too. Now retest it on the plastic sheet. Drop.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now classify the objects you have tested based on whether they are waterproof in the table below on page 39.